Alright, so we are back from Unreal Adventure 2025, and the car got a little bit dirty. Luckily there wasn't any mud on the trip, but there was a lot of dust. So we're going to go ahead and give it a quick, just a quick little squishy, wipey down, and then we'll get it nice and clean.
This is Thunder Force Garage! This is Thunder Force Garage!
I'm gonna get you.
No.
Alright, so like I said, we are back from Unreal Adventure 2025. I'm not going to indulge too much on the AMC or the trip. We'll wait till those videos come out from Unreal Adventure, but I think you're going to be pretty happy to see the results. The car did make it the entire week, which is, I mean, that's the goal, right? My wife didn't think that I was going to make it past the first day. And then when I kept calling her each night, like, hey, I'm still going. Day 4, I'm still going. She was mind blown, to say the least. Couple things that we're going to change on the AMC. Getting to see some really high-end builds, in my opinion. And yeah, so that's kind of exciting stuff. And now moving forward, we're going to let the AMC sit, kind of touch and tune a little bit things. But now we have more projects to get going. And we're going to go ahead and walk you through those right now. All right, first we have our 1985 Bronco 2. So I actually traded this thing for a CJ hardtop. I bought a CJ hardtop and the guy was looking for, and I traded him for it. So still has the stock 2.8, is an automatic. This is going to be more for the kids. So like that's kind of like their project that I'm kind of helping with. We're going to do super simple. As you can see, we do have a 9904. This is a Dana 50 axle, which is going to be plenty of an axle for the front of this thing. So we're going to do that, and then I have the rear 10 1/4 for the back. We are going to run 40-inch tires in the back. You can see we've already trimmed this one side here. And we'll do the same, and you can see we kind of stretched it back a little bit, so that way it gets some clearance and some extra wheelbase. And we'll do the same thing up here. We will cut it about right here, all the way down, all the way to the bumper, so we can fit another 40 up here, and that way everything is nice and proportionate. We are going to be doing YJ leaf springs, front and rear. Just to keep it super simple, if something breaks, won't be too crazy to fix. There's the rear axle that we're working on, 20-gallon fuel cell, and yeah, this thing is like, I think it's patinaed really well. There's not any kind of crazy rust, maybe a little bit down here, but that's gonna get cut out, and then we'll probably maybe patch this door a little bit here. But other than that, like, it's pretty good. The inside, on the other hand, so we've already started taking stuff out. The back floor, we cut that out. It was pretty rusty back there. We're gonna replace the floor pans, and yeah, just try to clean it up a little bit for them. The 2.8 does run. I did get it to run. It actually runs really well. Yeah, so that is the Bronco 2. That's probably going to be the next in line, mainly because it's going to be the easiest thing to get done. I mean, it's just some leaf springs, some shackles, probably a little bit of frame modification, nothing too crazy, just enough to get these axles underneath here, and then start working on steering components and stuff like that. And yeah, that won't be too bad at all. So hopefully early 2026 they'll be able to drive this thing around and kind of hit some trails with me. That'd be pretty cool. All right, next one in line is we have a 4-door JKU that I am doing a complete frame off build, as in, like, I bought a frame, I bought a body, which literally has nothing on it. It's currently sitting on its side right now because I need to cut off the body mounts because they torch the bolts, so I'm gonna have to cut those out and weld the new plates for the new mounts. But that's it right there. And as you can see, he torched the mounts, so I'm just gonna cut these out, and probably a little more to describe here. I'll cut these out here in a square, weld in a new plate with a weld nut on the back side, and I'll do that on all these bad spots. Then we'll flip it back over and then put it onto this frame that we've already kind of started on. So like I said, it's a 4-door JKU frame, currently sitting on 37-inch Coopers, actually pretty good tires as well. 99 to 04 axles, but that is a later model, so it's a Dana 60 up front and the 10 1/4 in the rear. We have a long arm kit on here with 3.5-inch springs, running adjustable coil spring spacers to get it around probably close to 6 inches of lift front and rear, and then we'll probably do some Fox shocks or something like that. So obviously we have a long ways to go on this one, but I think once it gets rolling, it won't be too bad. I do have a LS 5.3 that we're going to throw in this JKU, and then we'll probably do 4L80, 6L90 transmission, and then if I can get my hands on one, I would love to do an Atlas for her. It doesn't need to be super extreme. I mean, this right here is pretty good as it sits. I don't need to do anything super crazy. 37s are a good tire size for what she's going to be doing. I want her to be able to daily drive it and get okay fuel mileage. But it's going to be more just for the wife, even though I'm sure when it's done, I'm going to want to drive it. All right, next one, which is probably going to be the next one for me. Or honestly, it's going to be more of a family rig because we're going to kind of turn it into an overland setup. But we have a 95 2nd gen 4Runner, and it is currently inoperable because the 3.0, the 3VZE, it has a knock. It sounds like a bearing, so hopefully I can either rebuild it or swap it out. I really don't want to do a 3.4 swap for the little bit more horsepower that it gets. I liked the 3.0, so I'll probably just rebuild the one that's in there, just to keep it super simple. It is a 5-speed, and yeah, this is what we're dealing with here. So I've already built a bumper for it. Just have a Badlands winch on here that probably needs to be replaced. Still has the IFS, but we are going to be swapping these out for 1-ton axles. I am actually taking the Dana 60 that I have, and it's the 05 Dana 60, and I am chopping the ends, or chopping the tubes. It's about 5 inches from the inner lip of the housing, swapping the tubes side to side, and so that way I will have a passenger drop Dana 60 axle out of a Super Duty. I want to do that so that way I can still maintain like stock axle shafts, and not have to worry about getting custom shafts made. I can, if I break something, I can go to the parts store. Super simple. It is a little bit of work, obviously, to swap those axles tubes over, but in the long run, I think it's going to be super beneficial for this build here, because it's not going to be a full-blown rock crawler. It's going to be more of an overland setup. Still be able to drive, but I'm not going to have all this terrible IFS that's currently underneath here. And then we'll have the beefier axle out back. Probably do 37s, maybe 38s on this. And then, like I said, probably do the old rooftop tent and all the pack out stuff in the back. I did get rid of the fuel tank underneath because it is pretty low hanging fruit. And I actually put a fuel cell in back behind the back seat here. See if you can see it. Here, if you want to open the door here. Right there. And it actually fills now from up here in the C-pillar. Fairly clean, besides a little bit of tear here. And so that'll be the next real big project, probably. The other one, which is currently not here at the house, we have it at the in-laws barn, is a 2006 TJ. Currently is just the body or the tub on the frame. There's no axles, links, nothing. There's no engine, transmission, and that is because it's going to be the next unique build that we do. That TJ is going to get a Honda K24 swap with an adapter to a Chevy transmission. I'm thinking like a T56. I want something that's, I would love to have a 6-speed that was behind it. So we're going to kind of toss around some options there, and then whatever transfer case kind of falls behind that. We're going to do a 9-inch and a 44, beef those up, because it's not going to be a lot of weight. It will have a lot of horsepower, but I think that the 9-inch and the 44, if put together correctly, I think we'll be able to handle that just fine. Then obviously we're going to do a boost with a turbo and everything like that. And try to get ballpark 500 to 600 horsepower out of this TJ. So I know there's a lot of people that are excited about the TJ. I'm extremely excited about the TJ, just because you don't really see many, if any, Honda K24 swapped TJs. So I think it's gonna be super unique, super cool, and hearing that VTEC rev up into the rocks is going to be pretty awesome on video footage. So thanks for sticking around and watching this little update video. We will have more videos coming out. Still doing editing for the UA stuff, but like I said, we're going to wait till they kind of put their stuff out before we let ours loose. But we'll keep you posted, keep everything going as much as we possibly can. Please like, subscribe. You'd be doing us a huge favor. Keeps us going here, and look forward to seeing you guys on the trails.